Hari Om, children. Namaste and welcome to you all for today's Sanskriti program. Let us start with the prayers as usual. Snigdha will repeat after me. Sada Shiva Samarambam
सदाशिवशं
Samarambam
सर समारम्भां
Shankaracharya Madhyamam
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
Asmad Acharya Paryantam
अस्मत् आचार्य
Paryantam
पर्यन्ताम्
Vande Guru Paramparam.
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्.
Thank you, Snigdha. Hema, you can display the first
Yes.
onwards. We will do a revision
First.
quick.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, like that,
Okay.
up to 6.
Okay.
Yeah. Snigdha, you repeat, okay? Ready, Snigdha?
Yes, Amma.
We will chant from 1 onwards, okay? Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha.
ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः.
अथ चतुर्दशोऽध्यायः चतुर्दशोऽध्यायः
चतुर्दशोऽध्यायः.
श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
परं भूयः प्रवक्ष्यामि
परं भूयः
प्रवक्ष्यामि
प्रवक्ष्यामि
ज्ञानानां ज्ञानमुत्तमम्
ज्ञानानां ज्ञानम् उत्तमम्
यज्ञात्वा मुनयः सर्वे
यज्ञात्वा मुनयः सर्वे
परां सिद्धिमितो गताः
परां सिद्धिमितो गताः.
सेकेंड वन इदं ज्ञानमुपाश्रित्य
इदं ज्ञानम् उपाश्रित्य
मम साधर्म्यमागताः
मम साधर्म्यमागताः
मम साधर्म्यमागताः
मम साधर्म्यमागताः
सर्गेऽपि नोपजायन्ते
सर्गेऽपि नोपजायन्ते
प्रलयेन व्यथन्ति च
प्रलयेन व्यथन्ति च.
Thank you, Snigdha. Now, Vishruta, you can repeat third and fourth.
Yes,
मम यो निर्महद् ब्रह्म तस्मिन् गर्भं ददाम्यहम् सम्भवः सर्वभूतानां ततो भवति भारत सर्वयोनिषु कौन्तेय मूर्तयः सम्भवन्ति याः तासां ब्रह्म महद्योनिः अहं बीजप्रदः पिता Thank you, Vishruta. Lasya, you can repeat.
Yes, Amma.
Sattvam rajastama iti
सत्त्वं रजस्तम इति
guna prakriti sambhavaah
प्रकृतिसम्भवाः
nibadnanti mahabaho
निबध्नन्ति महाबाहो
देहे देहिनमव्ययम्
देहे देहिनमव्ययम्
तत्र सत्त्वं निर्मलत्वात्
तत्र सत्त्वं निर्मलत्वात्
प्रकाशकमनामयम्
प्रकाशकमनामयम्
सुखसङ्गेन बध्नाति
सुखसङ्गेन बध्नाति
ज्ञानसङ्गेन चानघ
ज्ञानसङ्गेन चानग।
Thank you, Lasya. Next, 7th onwards, we are going to learn new slokas. Sai Nishant, you can repeat.
Yes, Amma.
Rajo ragatmakam viddhi
रजो रागात्मकं विद्धि
Trishna sanga samudbhavam
तृष्णासङ्गसमुद्भवम्
Rajo ragatmakam viddhi Trishna sanga samudbhavam
रजो रागात्मकं विद्धि तृष्णसङ्गेन समद्भवम्
Trishna sanga samudbhavam
तृष्णासङ्गसमुद्भवम्
तन्निबध्नाति कौन्तेय
तन्निबध्नाति कौन्तेय
कर्मसङ्गेन देहिनम्
कर्मसङ्गेन देहिनम्
तन्निबध्नाति कौन्तेय
तन्निबध्नाति कौन्तेय
कर्मसङ्गेन देहिनम्
कर्मसङ्गेन देहिनम्।
फर्स्ट लाइन फुल रजो रागात्मकं विद्धि तृष्णा सङ्गसमुद्भवम्
रजो रागात्मकं विद्धि तृष्णसङ्गसमुद्भवम्
तृष्णा तृष्णा सङ्गसमुद्भवम्
तृष्णासङ्गसमुद्भवम्
तन्निबध्नाति कौन्तेय कर्मसङ्गेन देहिनम्
तन्निबध्नाति कौन्तेय कर्मसङ्गेन देहिनाम्
देहिनम्
देहिनम्
रजो रागात्मकं विद्धि तृष्णा सङ्गसमुद्भवम् तन्निबध्नाति कौन्तेय कर्मसङ्गेन देहिनम्
रजो रागात्मकं विद्धि तृष्णासङ्गेन समुद्भवम् तन्निबध्नाति कौन्तेय कर्मसङ्गेन देहिनम्।
It is Trishna Sanga Samudbhavam, not Sangena.
Okay.
Trishna Sanga Samudbhavam.
तृष्णासङ्गसमुद्भवम्
Full sloka, you repeat once more. Rajo Ragatmakam.
रजो रागात्मकं विद्धि तृष्णासङ्गसमुद्भवम् तन्निबध्नाति कौन्तेय कर्मसङ्गेन देहिनम्।
Very good. You have to revise whatever you are learning in the class. You have to revise at times. Okay. Thank you, Sai. Next, Virat is there or Adya? Who is there?
Oh, Mama, I'm there.
Nikharika. Virat. Okay. Okay. Tamastvajnanajam viddhi.
तमस्त्वज्ञानजमं विद्धि
Mohanam sarvadehinam.
मोहनं सर्वदेहिनां
Tamastvajnanajam viddhi.
तमस्त्वज्ञानजं विद्धि
तमस्त्वज्ञानजं विद्धि
तमस्त्वज्ञानजं विद्धि
मोहनं सर्वदेहिनां
मोहनं सर्वदेहिनां
प्रमादालस्य निद्राभिः
प्रमादालस्य निद्राभिः
तन्निबध्नाति भारत
तन्निबध्नाति भारत
प्रमादालस्य निद्राभिः
प्रमादालस्य निद्राभिः
तन्निबध्नाति भारत.
तन्निबध्नाति भारत.
फर्स्ट लाइन फुल. तमस्त्वज्ञानजं विद्धि मोहनं सर्वदेहिनां.
तमस्त्वज्ञानजं विद्धि मोहनं सर्वदेहिनाम्.
प्रमादालस्य निद्राभिः तन्निबध्नाति भारत.
प्रमादालस्य निद्राभिः तन्निबध्नाति भारत.
जिस निद्राभिः, प्रमादालस्य निद्राभिः तन्निबध्नाति भारत.
प्रमादालस्य निद्राभिः तन्निबध्नाति भारत.
Now full sloka. तमस्त्वज्ञानजं विद्धि मोहनं सर्वदेहिनां. प्रमादालस्य निद्राभिः तन्निबध्नाति भारत.
Amma, can you repeat the first word?
तमस्त्वज्ञानजं विद्धि.
तमस्त्वज्ञानजं विद्धि मोहनं सर्वदेहिनां. प्रमादालस्य निद्राभिः तन्निबध्नाति भारत.
Once more you can repeat same.
तमस्त्वज्ञानजं विद्धि मोहनं सर्वदेहिनां. प्रमादालस्य निद्राभिः तन्निबध्नाति भारत.
Very good. Thank you. Next, one more sloka we will learn. Who is there? Vedant or Adya?
Hania wanted to repeat.
Hania. Okay. Sattvam sukhe sanjayati.
Sattvam sukena sanjayati.
Na is not there. Sattvam sukhe sanjayati.
Sukhe sanjayati.
Rajah karmani bharata.
Rajas karmani bharata.
Sattvam sukhe sanjayati.
Sattvam sukhe sanjayati.
Rajah karmani bharata.
Rajas karmani bharata.
ज्ञानमावृत्य तु तमः.
Jnanamavritya. Amma, can you repeat after you?
ज्ञानमावृत्य तु तमः.
Jnanamavritya tu tamaha.
प्रमादे संजयत्युत.
Pramate sanjayatyuta.
ज्ञानमावृत्य तु तमः.
ज्ञानमावृत्य तु तमः.
प्रमादे संजयत्युत.
प्रमाते संजयत्युत.
फर्स्ट लाइन फुल. सत्वं सुखे संजयति रजः कर्मणि भारत.
सत्वं सुखे संजयति रजः कर्मणि भारत.
ज्ञानमावृत्य तु तमः प्रमादे संजयत्युत.
ज्ञानमावृत्य तु तमः प्रमाते संजयत्युत.
फुल श्लोका. सत्वं सुखे संजयति रजः कर्मणि भारत. ज्ञानमावृत्य तु तमः प्रमादे संजयत्युत.
सत्वं सुखे संजयति रजः कर्मणि भारत. ज्ञानमावृत्य तु तमः प्रमाते संजन्यायुतः.
संजयत्युत.
संजयत्युत.
Once more you repeat. सत्वं सुखे.
सत्वं सुखे संजयति रजः कर्मणि भारत. ज्ञानमावृत्य तु तमः प्रमाते संजयुत.
Sanjayatyuta.
Sanjayatyuta.
Yes, thank you. So you have to practice, okay? When others are chanting, you have to chant in your muted space. Then only you will be able to practice. Thank you, everybody. Over to Sudha or Soumya.
Sudha.
Okay, Sudha.
Namaste, children. So, we have talked about Karma Yoga many times in Sanskriti class also, in the camp also. So, today it's going to be a sort of revision, testing your understanding. So, Karma Yoga actually Krishna taught to Arjuna as a preparation for spiritual goal. But for us also, for everybody, this Karma Yoga is useful in day-to-day life. And why are we teaching you to you children? For you also, it is very useful. You are going to write so many examinations, you are going to take part in competitions, you will be playing so many games for your school, so many matches. Everywhere, this Karma Yoga attitude will be very helpful to you to overcome fear, to overcome anxiety, to focus more on whatever you are doing to gain success. That is why we are teaching you. So, karma, what is the meaning of karma? Karma means action. Karma yoga, that is also action, but done with a particular attitude. The same action can be karma also, karma yoga also. When will it turn into karma yoga? If it is done with a particular attitude, connecting with God, connecting with dharma, connecting with non-attachment to results and so on, then it becomes karma yoga. So I'll be presenting some situations to you. You attend carefully and you have to come with your responses today. Let us see how far you have understood the concept of karma yoga. So there are two students, Rahul and Shyam. They are preparing for a Bhagavad Gita chanting competition. Both of them are very good at Bhagavad Gita chanting and they have won in many rounds, many inter-school competition. So tomorrow they are facing the final. Both of them are going to take part in the final competition of Bhagavad Gita. Shyam is very calm. He is focusing only on his practice. He is enjoying actually the practice. But Rahul is tense. Why should Rahul be tense? Anybody? Both of them are very good at chanting. So, Virat,
Rahul could be tense for multiple reasons. To begin with, maybe he's not enjoying it anymore. He might have enjoyed it back then. Number two, he has this attitude saying, "What if I lose?" Right? He's not focusing on the point that he should do it selflessly out of devotion for God.
yes, he is worried about the result. When
That's
you are
another good
worried about the result, whether I will win or lose, his mind is going only towards the result. He is not able to focus on his practice. So, is it wrong to expect results? Tell me.
It's not wrong, but we should try to get detached from it.
Yes, you can expect because only you expect good result, you will work for that. That goal you will set. You always, when you take part in a competition, your goal will be to win in the competition. In the exam, you should always try to get first rank or 90% or something. So nothing wrong in expecting. You know what is wrong? Getting attached to that particular result. I should get only that result. That attachment is wrong. That is what Krishna says. So what is the use if you don't get attached to result? What will be the advantage?
Advanced.
Anybody else, please, other than Virat. If you are not anxious about your result, in what way it will help you?
Organization.
Amma, may I be Vaishnavi?
Okay.
Amma, if we don't get attached to the result, we will feel free and we will also feel that okay, I have not reached my goal, so that I can try again with more
That
effort
is
next
after the
time.
result. Before taking part in the competition, if you are not only thinking about the result, your focus will be more. You will be able to do better because without anxiety you are preparing, and you should enjoy that preparation. Even studying, preparing for exam also, just as you enjoy watching TV, you enjoy your work. That is more important. The result anyway God will give you. Whatever effort you put in, some result will come. It will not be so bad, even if it may not be the whatever goal you have set it. So that is the advantage of not getting attached to result. That will definitely help you. Whether you are taking part in any game or competition or exam, you are all going to face so many exams and tests in your life. So get prepared, level up that attitude of itself. But why you are not sure about the result? Why can't we say definitely I can win? What can be the reason? What affects that? Anybody else?
Mom, may I answer?
Virat.
Adya. Adya wants to say yes.
Amma, we might not feel that we're going to get this mark or above this mark because we might have not studied or practiced it properly.
No, no, no. You have practiced it well. You should always do your best. Remember that. You should put in your best. No slack in that. But in spite of that, you cannot be sure that you are going to get the result. Vishruta want to say something?
Amma?
In spite of your best results.
I'm correct, Virat.
Amma, this is Nitika.
Yes, okay, Nitika.
Maybe because the other competitors have practiced more than we have, or they're better than us.
If they are better than you, however much you think you are good, somebody better than you can come.
I'm
Some
correct.
other factors also can.
Amma,
Sometimes the
is
judges
Nita?
are also partial, no? It happens. It happens, no? Sometimes. Or maybe that day on the competition day you are not fit enough, your health is not good. Anything can happen. Is Vishruta wants to say something?
Amma,
Yes.
Yes, Vishruta, if you want to say something, be loud, tell.
Amma, we can't get attached on the result because it will make us lose our focus. And if we don't get what we expected, it can be varied. So we must not get attached.
Amma, Amma, this is Snigdha.
Yes,
Yes.
Nikta.
Like if we are more attached to the result, like we are focusing on the result only, not on
Yes.
the
That
practice.
is not, you should not do. Very good.
If you like first we need to forget about all results and practice more. Like
Yes.
do not think that I'll get less marks. Do not think any negative. You need to think positive.
Yes. So because other fact, the main thing what I expected for you, there are so many other factors which we don't expect that also decide the result in spite of your best effort. That is why you should not get God's will is also there. That is why you should do prayer also along with your best efforts. But you should never forget to put in your do your best and leave the rest to God. Okay, the competition is over now. You have put in your best result. It is over. Now the result has come. What can be the result? It can be either you win or you lose. So suppose you have lost, you have not got the prize, you have not got the first prize. What will be your reaction? Yes. Oh, okay. I forgot to ask you one thing. So far, whatever we discussed, which sloka is that? Can you quote that sloka? Anybody? It's a famous Bhagavad Gita sloka. Today we don't have time to chant it. Yes, Vishruta.
Karmanyevadikaraste.
Can you chant it quickly? You know that?
Yes, Amma. Karmanyevadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalheturbu ma te sankosa
Okay,
karmani.
that is the sloka we have been discussing so far. That's the most important sloka. That after that results have come and you have not won. So how will you face it? How are you going to face it? Anybody else?
Amma, this is Snigdha.
Raise
Yes,
Nikta, if
Nidha, you
anybody
have-
else.
Anybody else? Whatever comes to your mind.
Shakambari, or have you raised your hand? You want to say?
Sai.
Amma, I would try harder next time, or else I would be in a mood that, yeah, that's all.
Try hard the next time.
Yes, that's okay. You will be upset, but you should not get too much dejected or devastated. Oh, I will never take part in any more competition or anything, because you see the main thing is if you had not tried well, if you had not put in effort, then you should blame yourself. So it is not your fault. The other factors were responsible for your failure. Any whatever may be the other factors. So why should you feel bad? It is not at all a failure. Another reason why it is not a failure is you have having taken part in the competition. You have learnt all the slokas very well by heart. Otherwise, you would not have learned them. That is also a success. and then you have faced so many people in the competition. Your confidence has improved to face in a public performance. So these are all plus points you have gained. Kushi, you want to say something?
Yes, Amma. I think that I will not try to focus on it much, and I'll also think that this failure is a stepping stone for my next competition.
Yes, that is also a good attitude. So you failure means you should not get dejected. Okay, you have won in the competition. What will be your reaction? You have got the first prize. How will you feel?
Hania, Amma
Hania, Hania.
will be happy and overjoyed.
Yes, you will be happy, but at the same time, will you give the full credit to yourself? Can you give? Anybody can give that.
Amma,
You have won in the competition. Can you give 100% credit to you? I have done it. Can you say like that?
not.
Mom,
Why no?
mom, can I Virat?
Okay, Virat.
Ma'am, the thing about the failure or result is that we need to understand three elements. Number one is our hard work. Number two, it's the patience we have done or we have developed during the process. And number three, the grace of God.
Yes, grace
If
of God is there. God only has given you the talent. In whatever competition you are winning, who has given you the talent? God has given you the talent. Your parents have supported you. In the school, the teachers must have supported you. So many other factors, just as so many other factors are causes for your failure, same way other factors are also reason for your success. So you should not take the full credit for yourself. I have done. So when you cannot take full credit, you cannot expect that everybody should come and praise you. When you expect that also, you'll get disappointed. Na? Even if somebody say congrats, that is only for formality sake they say. So don't expect praise also and don't get dejected on that. So that is called, that is the sloka 2.48, Samatvam Yoga Muchyate. So whether it is failure or success, your attitude should be same. That is the Samatva. So now there is very little time is left. I will give you some situations and you give me the answer. See, that is which is karma yoga, which is not karma yoga. If it is karma, how to change it into karma yoga? So in karma yoga, actually, we can add this also: selfless actions. Selfless actions you do for others also is part of karma yoga. Other than doing any work without getting attached to result, accepting failure and success equally, selfless actions are also karma yoga. Doing your duty without lamenting perfectly, that is also karma yoga. See, there is one sweeper. He is sweeping the road. That is his duty. And there is one Pandit in the temple, he is doing puja to Bhagwan. So, which is a nobler work, do you think, here of the two? Is there anything which is noble? What is your reaction?
Amma, this is Lasya. Can I answer?
Yes, yes.
Amma, the person sweeping the road is much more. The work is much more noble.
Why the Pandit doing puja, it's not noble?
Not that it's not noble, but it is noble. But he's doing it for Bhagavan. But he's doing it only for Bhagavan. He's not doing it for others around him. But the
Others
person
also,
who's
when we go to temple, we need somebody to do the puja for us. So, is he not doing for us?
yes, ma'am. But the person working on the road is cleaning it for
That is a
everyone and
difficult job.
yeah.
Ma'am, can I Virat?
Road.
Amma, can
That
I
is
say something?
more difficult, but you can't say that is no. And which
Ma'am,
one
can
is
I Virat?
noble? Okay, of the two, how can we decide which one is noble? On what basis?
Amma, can I say something?
Can I Virat?
Let Vishruta.
Ma'am, can I Virat?
Okay, Shruta.
Amma, might not decide who's doing the most noble work is to depend on is to refer on who's doing the most seva to the community. Because ma'am, if the sweeper cleans a road, it will be more. It is more beneficial for people since it won't pollute and there will be no pollution and less disease and chances
So
of
you
plague.
mean to say that doing puja is not beneficial for community.
Can I,
No,
Virat?
it
Yes,
is a
Virat.
faculty which is more
Ma'am,
noble.
both of them are performing Karma Yoga in their respective ways. Both of them are noble, but under their own terms and circumstances. For example, the lady sweeping the floors, she's being noble because she's helping out the community to have a cleaner and brighter future with lesser pollution. And the Pandit, he's helping other people do the pujas, or he's basically like the middleman between God and his devotees.
Very good.
So,
Okay, you said both are noble provided they do their duty in the attitude of Karma Yoga. See, the
yes,
sweeper may just neglect, he may not sweep properly, just here and there he do like that, then that is not to be appreciated. But if
that is
he
only
does his
karma.
work properly in the act of Karma Yoga means what? You have to do your job in the best possible way. Of course, he is doing it for wages. He cannot say don't expect returns. That is his livelihood. But he must do it with full concentration in a perfect way. Then that is karma yoga. Then this pujari at the temple also will be doing as a karma yoga only if he is fully concentrating on the puja. There can be some pujaris whose attention is outside that Garbhagraham, whether some rich people have come, whether they will put more money in that dibara than a plate. If his attention is there, not in the puja, then it is not karma yoga. So any act, whether it is pujari's job or the sweeper's job, the attitude with which you do the job, that only decides which is karma yoga and which is not karma yoga. So like that, there is a just one. I have taken many situations, but there is no time. We will continue next week. Just one more question I'll ask you. There is a doctor, two doctors I can say. One is doing as a karma yoga, other is not doing as karma yoga. How will you differentiate? Just with this question, we'll stop today.
Ma'am, can I, Virat?
Two doctors. One is doing as a karma yoga, other is not doing as a
Amma,
karma.
this is
Can I, Virat?
Shakambari.
Amma, this is
Shakambari and after that Sai. Shakambari.
The doctor who is doing as karma yoga, how will you do? Tell me.
he will he won't think of money, and he will help the people who was not well.
Yes, he will serve the people. Money also, of course, doctor has to take. But some doctors, no, they are doing only for money. They try to squeeze money from people. Unnecessarily, they write tests and all that. His focus is only on money, then it is not karma yoga. See, he can take money, reasonable amount, but at the same time, for poor people, he can charge less. With that attitude to help the people, if he does, it is karma yoga. Karma yoga. Otherwise, if he is doing only for money, then it's only karma. So any profession can be done only as karma and also as karma yoga. We'll continue more like this discussion in the next week also. Now Hema ma'am also has to tell the story. You all took part very well. Oh, next week also be present and we'll discuss more. Okay?
Okay, Amma.
Over to Hema.
Over to Hema.
Thank you, Sudha ma'am. Can you hear me? I think there's some internet issues. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear.
Yeah. My internet is going off and on. So if you're not able to hear me, just put one, thumbs down, just say, and I'll come. I will look at the screen. Okay, on September 5th, what was celebrated in India?
Amma, can you tell Hania?
Yes, Hania.
Amma, Onam.
What was
Amma, Onam. Amma, Onam.
Onam,
Teacher's Day,
yes.
and Miladi Nabi.
What else? After Onam, what else was celebrated?
Onam, Teacher's Day, and Miladi Nabi.
Very good. Onam, Teachers' Day, and Miladi Nabi. Onam also. Yes.
Onam and Teachers' Day, Amma.
Yes. So today we are going to talk about some teachers. Okay, since we have you must have already felicitated your teachers in your school, must have honored them, or maybe on Monday you will go and pay your respects to them. So let us see a story of some modern day teachers, right? So I share my PPT with you. Okay. Now, so we are going to talk about inspirational teachers of the modern day. Okay. Stories of Ranjit Singh Dishale and Anand Kumar. Okay. We know a lot about our traditional and ancient gurus we are in a country where we have got a rich heritage of great teachers, inspiring teachers. Okay. You know about Guru Dronacharya? teacher of the Pandavas and Kauravas. You know about Chanakya. You must have learnt in your history textbooks also by now. Ancient teacher and philosopher. He was a political strategist. Adi Shankaracharya, of course, he was a great spiritual leader. The entire Guru Parampara after Lord Shiva continues through Adi Shankaracharya. Swami Vivekananda, Rabindranath Tagore, okay, and none other than Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, philosopher and the second president of India, and Teachers' Day is celebrated on his honor, isn't it? So we are very familiar about all these gurus whom from the time you are born, we have been hearing stories about them. But now let us pay respect to two modern teachers who have done a great work in rural India. The first person is Ranjit Singh Dishale. He is called the global teacher. If you just to tell one line about him, he created a single QR code and opened a million minds. What did he do and who was he? He was a government school teacher from Paritwadi, Maharashtra. And he was the school when he joined, it was dilapidated. It was not in a good condition. They weren't many resources. Students were from low income backgrounds, low economy background. They did not have access to many resources. We did not have access to, your other things which a normal urban school has, like proper labs and textbooks and computer screens, smart screens were not there. He worked tirelessly as a government school teacher in the school, and he brought it up to be one of the best schools in the area, the standard of students and the school also. What he did was he introduced QR codes. Now for GPay also, everything we see QR codes, no? In textbooks, you must have seen the QR codes. He started a revolution where there were QR code in a textbook where child could, every family in India has a cell phone. So they could just scan that and they could get interactive materials in the classroom itself, or he could give it to the home. At home, children could get it. So people got access to a lot of information through the QR codes which are put in the textbook. He went beyond the classroom. He did not confine himself just to teaching and giving information in the classroom. He went to the community level. Being a teacher, he took one step forward and he helped to prevent child marriages by promoting girl education. A big step in rural India where after a certain time girls are not allowed to study more since they're anyway going to get married. So he put a stop to that. He welcomed and created the awareness for girl children to come into schools and to study in rural Maharashtra. And in 2020, he won the Global Teacher Prize. It was a great honor, no doubt, getting a prize like this for a teacher, a government school teacher from rural Maharashtra. But he won $1 million for the Global Teacher Prize. And what did he do? He shared 50% of prize money with other finalists. Okay, showing his generosity and belief in collaboration. He felt that others who have come up to the last list, no final list, they also must have been great teachers. So he showed the spirit of collaboration, teamwork, and how being selfless, that selfishness attitude was not there in Ranjit Singh Dishale. How do we get inspired by him? Definitely. He used technology to make education inclusive. Inclusive, the word means everybody has a right of education, rich, poor, whichever community you belong to, whichever part of India you are in. There should be a method by which education should reach everyone. Okay. He taught us that dedication to teaching goes beyond the classroom. It goes to community welfare. We have to step out. A teacher has to inspire within and outside the classroom also. And he definitely, this human being, is an example of generosity, collaboration, and innovation. Innovation because the QR codes he created for the children in the textbooks. Generosity, we saw how he gave 50% of his prize money, and collaboration, joining with teachers to help to bring up the scene in rural India schools. Okay, so this was all about Ranjit Singh Dishale. Now we go to the next teacher, which you all must have definitely heard. He is much more popular, Anand Kumar, the Super 30 teacher. There was a very critically acclaimed Hindi movie also made on Super 30 teacher. So the tagline for him, if we have to tell in one word, Anand Kumar turned struggle into strength and strength into success for hundreds of students. He was from himself, from a not a very financially rich background. Okay, very intelligent, but he could not go into his choice of colleges because he lacked financial support from his poor parents. Okay, he was from a village. So we see that what he did, he took the lesson from his own life and he tried to give back to community. So he is basically a maths teacher and from Bihar, and he founded Super 30. Like you have these tutorials nowadays which take a lot of money to train children to crack the IIT. He did it for free. He selected three underprivileged students every year and he coached them for IIT JEE. He has got an outstanding record of maximum number of children clearing IIT JEE. In 2018, I think almost 400 children, if you by then had already cleared into IIT JEE. Okay. He overcame his own financial struggles and dedicated his entire life to teaching underprivileged children. Hmm? Super 30, that is, everybody knows about a Super 30 teacher. He helps hundreds of poor children to enter IITs or other colleges for engineering. Okay. He was recognized internationally for his contribution to education. So Anand Kumar is a modern day inspiring teacher. Any teacher would like to see from him and learn from him where teaching goes beyond the money that we get for this profession. It goes much beyond that. Okay. So how do we get inspired? What is the inspiration from him? The belief of Anand Kumar that talent exists everywhere, but opportunity does not. Okay, many children are so talented, but they do not have the opportunity due to the place where they live, the community, the background, the economy from which they are coming. He gave a chance to every batch, 30 students, he gave a chance to people who could not have the opportunity before, but they had the talent. Okay, he is the model of perseverance, selflessness, and passion of teaching. It was not easy for him to do this. It was not easy for him to get aid for establishing his small, humble tutorial and teaching these children. He went on and on. He had a lot of failures in this path, but he continued. I will do it. I will do it. And finally, he became an established teacher for uh, Bihar, rural Bihar, for certain children, special children. He broke the cycle of poverty through education. Okay, these children whom he educated, the entire family got uplifted because they got education, they got into colleges, they got aid and all. Okay, so we learned about two people, Anand Kumar and Ranjit Singh Deshale. Let us now go for the reflective questions based on these two people. The first question: what qualities of Ranjit Singh Deshale inspire you the most?
Virat.
Amma, may I? V. Vaishnavi.
V. Vaishnavi.
Amma, the use of technology in our
V.
education.
Vaishnavi speaking, then we'll give chance.
Amma, the use of technology in our education system.
He helped us. Okay, Shakambari.
Yes, ma'am. Ranjit Singh was Ranjit Singh is very he was very suffered to
He had financial struggles, yes.
he has struggled to go to that to get that victory.
Yes, he went through a lot of struggles to get his victory. Very good. Virat?
Ranjit Singh Deshale inspires me by by understanding the problems and finding a suitable and right solution for them, using technology as a side part.
Excellent. So V. Vaishnavi told us he was also technology. As you are also talking about it, was an innovator and he was a person who struggled and overcame all problems in life. Right. Next question. Next question. How does Anand Kumar's story show the power of education?
Can I, Virat?
Anybody else? The power of
Shakambari.
Anybody else? Others also will be given a chance. Then I'll come back to you.
Can I, Virat?
Virat, I'll come back to you.
Amma, may I? V. Vaishnavi.
Yes, V. Vaishnavi.
Amma, Anand Kumar came from a very rural village, and yet he became the established teacher through his patience, dedication, and he also learned that he should try to change
Yes.
and be different from others.
Yes. Very good. Excellent.
Amma, this is Snigdha.
Snigdha?
So, like Anand Kumar showed his patience and kind to everyone
Yes.
and helping
Yes. Very
to
good.
success others. So he became a established teacher and a
Very,
nice and safe teacher.
very good. Excellent. Yes, Virat.
From Anand Kumar's story shows the power of education by highlighting the key factors that education for the underprivileged isn't very easy. For the lower parts of society, it's very hard for them to financially be able, for their parents to financially be able to support education at a higher level. So Anand Kumar has decided to pick 30 underprivileged students every year, which portrays his values and virtues, especially that of compassion.
Very good. Thank you, Virat. Thank you for the valuable addition and for the reflective questions. So this finishes our story session. Try to learn about more such inspiring teachers in the modern day India. Over to Soumya, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. So now we will proceed with the junior session, or all the juniors here. We'll give a quick check on if we have all the juniors here. Thank you. Shrihan is there.
Amma, I already came in between of seniors.
Yes, very good. You're early. Very good, Shrihan. Junior Vedant is there.
Amma,
Yes, Snigdha.
can we log out? Can seniors log out?
Yes, if you want, you can stay. Otherwise, you can log out.
Hariom, Amma.
Okay, thank you. Nandan is there.
Hariom, Amma.
Hari Om.
Amma. Thank you, Amma.
Hari Om. Manushri is
Hariom,
there.
Amma.
Can I log out?
Seniors, if you want, you can log out. No need to ask. Hari Om. Juniors are here. We will start the session for juniors. Okay. Hari Om, everyone. So the last 2 weeks we have had celebrations. Hari Om. So we had celebrations, right? Few weeks back, you all celebrated Janmashtami, and after that we had Ganesh Chaturthi celebrations. And hope you all enjoyed Ganesh Visarjan in your respective societies. Did you all participate?
Last
Yes, Amma.
Very good. Very good. Very good. So now today what we will do a simple quiz. Okay. So to see how much you know about these two festivals. So we will have questions on lives of Lord Krishna. And 1 second. Sorry. I think I gave you the answer. Let me share my screen once. On lives of Lord Krishna and Lord Ganesha. Okay. So raise your hands. I'll call out the names. Don't shout out your answers. Okay. Everybody will get a chance. So the first question is, where was Lord Krishna born?
Can I say Samrita?
I think Idika, have you raised your hand? Yes, you can answer. Okay. Samrita?
Yes, Mama.
Yes. Where was Lord Krishna born?
Ma'am, Dwarka.
No, it's not Dwarka. Dwarka is later.
Mathura.
Yes, Netra has given the answer. The answer is Mathura. Okay. And in Mathura also, where was he born? He was born in a jail. Right? You all listen to the story? Okay, very good. Next. What musical instrument does Lord Krishna play? You often see Lord Krishna play a musical instrument. Vidit is playing it. You know the name? Manushri? Yes, Manushri. Yes, the answer is flute. Very good. The answer is flute. Lord Krishna plays flute. What is the name of Lord Krishna's elder brother? Who wants to say the answer?
Vishnu.
Idika, you want to say the answer? Yes, unmute yourself and tell.
Ma'am Balram.
Yes, very good. Balaram. Balaram is Lord Krishna's elder brother. Very good. Next. What did Lord Krishna love to eat? This is very easy. Here, Vedant. Butter.
Ma'am Shrihan.
Okay, Shrihan, you can answer next question. Okay, wait. Butter. Then next question. What is the name of the village where Krishna spent his childhood?
Dwarka.
I will call out the name. You will not give the answers by yourself. Shrihan. Shrihan, tell them. Huh?
Buddhavam.
No, Nandan. Place.
Dwarka.
Not Dwarka was later he ruled, okay, but childhood where he spent time with his friends and everything. Who wants to say?
Madura.
Mathura he was born. Okay, wait, we will give chance. Pranavi has raised her hand. Pranavi, you want to answer?
Dwarakam.
No. Okay, so the answer is Gokul.
Gokulam.
Gokul.
Yes.
I forgot the name.
This is where he spent his childhood. Okay, all of you mute yourself. Don't talk in between. Okay, this is the where he spent.
And what about Vrindavan?
Yeah, Vrindavan also is located in Gokul only. And that's where he spent time with his friends and all the story, Krishna Lila stories with gopis, everything is in Gokul. Okay, the next question. What is the name of the mountain that Lord Krishna lifted on his little finger to save the villagers?
Amma, can I say?
Grahit,
Govardhan Hill.
Very good. Govardhana Giri, right? Govardhan Hill. He protected the villagers of Gokul from heavy rains. Very good. Next. Oh, my Krishna is here. Okay. Which snake did Lord Krishna dance upon to save the villagers of Gokul? Who knows this? Lord Krishna danced on top of a snake. It was a demon snake. He danced upon it to kill it. You know the name of the snake? Okay, then it is the dance is called Kalinga Nardan. So can you guess the name of the snake? Yes, Maya Krishnan, what are you saying? Kalinga Nardan Kalia. Okay, the name of the snake is Kalia, and the dance that Lord Krishna did on top of that is called Kalinga Nardan. Okay. So you should not only answer, you should also know it's just a recap of everything. So now you should remember the next time you are asked this question, you should be able to answer this. Okay? Are you all concentrating? Okay. Who was Lord Krishna's uncle? He had a very cruel uncle. Who was he? What is his name? The one who tried to kill you. All listened to the story last time during Janmashtami. What is the name of his uncle? Who knows the answer? You listened to the story, right? Junior Vedant?
Absul. Ma'am, Kamsa.
Yes.
Kamsa.
Yeah, very good. Which river did Vasudev cross to bring Krishna to Gokul? So Vasudev was Krishna's father in the jail, right? Krishna was born. You all listened to the story.
Ma'am, can I say something? Ma'am, can I say something? Yamuna. Ma'am, the name of the river is Yamuna.
Very good. The river is Yamuna, right? Very good. The next one. What is the name of Krishna's childhood friend? You will not shout, raise your hands. Do you know Krishna's childhood friend's name? Just like you all have friends in your school and near your place, Krishna also had a very close
Lakshmi Pranavi.
Yes, Lakshmi Pranavi.
Sudama, ma'am.
Sudama. Have you all heard of Sudama's story? One day we will listen to this. Okay, he was very close, and how Krishna reciprocated the affection when he grew up. This story we'll listen one day. Okay. Now we will move on to Lord Ganesha. So Krishna, we had so many questions. Now some questions on Lord Ganesha.
Parents.
Let me read out the question.
Can you say
Parvati and Shiva.
Mute everybody. Mute everyone, otherwise I'll disqualify. Mute everyone. Everybody mute yourselves. Oh, yes, thank you. So who are the parents of Lord Ganesha? We will give it to some our junior most in the class. This is a simple. So let us see who has not answered till now. Manushri can tell.
I didn't answer.
Hi Krishna, I'll give you one more question. This is very simple for you. I know that. You know the answer. Manushri?
Parvati.
Parvati and?
Shiva and Parvati.
Shiva and Parvati. Very good. Okay, very good. So, next.
His brother is Kartikeya.
Yes, yeah, I wanted to ask that. So, his brother's name is Kartikeya. Very good. Okay. Then, what is Lord Ganesha's Vahana vehicle? He
Amma.
wait, raise your hands. Maya Krishna, you tell. Maya Krishna.
Rat.
Audible. Something wrong with your mic. Very good.
Ma'am, rat is the vehicle.
Mushika Vagana. Okay. Very good. Very good. Yes, I hear you now, Maya Krishna.
Ma'am, his name is Mushika.
Yes, you're right. Mushika Vagana, right? Mushak. Next. Why is Lord Ganesha called Ekadanta? You heard the story again.
Amma, can I say
Nandan will get a chance, okay? Wait, Nandan.
Amma, can I say Samrita?
No, Nandan.
Because he has one teeth only.
Yes, he has only one tusk. Okay, so that is why he's called Ekadanta. Now, someone can tell me quickly how he got only one tusk. He
Amma,
had
can I
tusk
say?
when he was born.
Amma,
Samrita.
before he had two teeth, but he was right before the
All of
teeth.
you will talk together. I cannot listen. All of you mute yourself. I'll call out the name. Only they will answer. Okay. Otherwise, nobody's answer will be heard. Okay. Thank you. So why he has only one tusk? Because he had two tusks initially, and it became one tusk. Who can tell me in brief how he has only one tusk? Only raise your hands. I will see. Okay, Samrita, tell me.
Amma, when he was writing Mahabharata, so his pen got broken. So he wanted to, so he remembered the rule. What the guru said. So he pulled out his one teeth and started writing.
Yes, Vedavyasa told you should not stop writing. So to follow that rule, he immediately broke his tusk and then wrote rest of the Mahabharata. Very good. Okay, so Nandan also was right. Which sweet does Lord Ganesha love eating the most? Anirudh will answer. He didn't get a chance, so Anirudh.
Modakam.
Yes, very good. Do you all like to eat modak? Did you all have modak during Ganesh Chaturthi? All of you like eating? Is there anyone who doesn't like modaks? Very good. Good. So this is the last question. Okay. Raise your hands. I'll give you a chance. Okay. So this we need to understand. So what does Ganesha's big ears teach us? What do you learn from Ganesha has big ears? So what do you learn from that? Netra can tell.
You should listen more.
Yes, you should listen carefully. You should listen to everything carefully. That's what Lord Ganesha's big ears indicate. There are other things also. Why Lord Ganesha has small eyes. So everything we learn something from each of the features of Lord Ganesha. Okay. So this is the quiz that we had. Mute yourself, everyone. Okay, on Lord Krishna and Lord Ganesha. Hope you all enjoyed. Now over to Uma. All of you mute yourself. There's somebody talking continuously. It's disturbing everyone. Please mute yourself. Okay, so we are done with the quiz. Now we will move to Uma ma'am's session. Okay.
Harihi Om children. Sarve Samskrita Vargaya Swagatam. After Vinayaka Chaturthi, we are all very fresh in our mind and body, like Onam flowers. Am I correct or not? Okay. Now we will see the fruits and that is flowers and fruits. We will see the screen now. Flowers. Flowers, first flower is patalam. Patalam means what? Rose. Patalam means rose. Etat patalam. This is rose. Okay. Etat patalam. This is rose. Next one. Etat kamalam. This is lotus. Etat kamalam. This is lotus. Okay. Next one. Etat jati pushpam. Etat jati pushpam. Okay. This is jasmine. This is jasmine. Everybody know this jasmine flower. Okay. Next one. Etat chitra pushpi. Etat chitra pushpi. Hibiscus. Hibiscus. Very good. Next one. Etat divakaraha. Etat divakaraha. Sunflower. Sunflower. Pranavi, mute yourself. Sunflower. Sunflower. Okay. Next one. Sthala padmam. Sthala padmam means this is marigold. Etat sthala padmam. This is marigold. Now we will see from the first one. Patalam. First one. Patalam. Now, Samrudha agachatu.
Agachatu amma.
Samrudha. Etat patalam. Etat kim. I will ask you etat kim. So etat patalam. You will answer like that. Okay? Okay, ma?
Yes, ma.
What is this? I am asking what is this? This is rose. You are answering in Sanskrit. Okay? Etat kim.
Etat patalam.
Patalam. Patalam. Very good. Etat patalam. Very good. Etat kim. Second time I am answering you. Questioning. Etat kim.
Etat patalam.
Patalam. Patalam, no? Patalam. Okay? Etat patalam. Okay? Next. Next, who is Vedant? Junior Vedant agachatu. Etat kamalam.
Etat kabalam.
Etat kim.
Etat kim kabalam.
Etat kim. What is this? I am asking you. You will answer to me. Etat kamalam. Okay? Otherwise, kamalam. You tell kamalam. Okay? Etat kim.
Kabalam.
Kamalam. Very good. Very good. Uttama. Next. Grahit agachatu. Grahit. 1 minute. Etat jati pushpam. Etat jati pushpam. Okay? Etat kim.
Etat jati pushpam.
Jati pushpam.
Jati pushpam.
Tell very slowly. Okay? Jati pushpam. Okay?
Jati pushpam.
Jati pushpam.
Jati pushpam.
Very good. Uttam. Next. Manushya agachatu. Agachatu. Etat chitra pushpi. Etat chitra pushpi. Okay? Etat kim.
Etat chitra pushpi.
Chitra pushpi. Vadatu. Chitra.
Chitra.
Pushpi.
Pushmi.
Pushpi. Chitra pushpi. Vadatu.
Chitra pushpi.
Very good. Uttamam. Uttam. Next. Akshobhyaram. Akshobhyaram. Is there with you?
No, I think Nandan is there.
Nandan. Okay. Lakshmi Sri agachatu. Lakshmi. Etat Lakshmi agachatu. Etat divakaraha. Lakshmi. Lakshmi is not there.
Pranavi.
Pranavi. Lakshmi Pranavi agachatu. Etat divakaraha. When I am asking this, etat kim, you answer like that. Etat divakaraha. Sunflower. Okay.
Etat divakaraha.
Very good. Etat kim. What is this?
Ekat divakaraha.
Etat divakaraha. Very good. Uttam. Uttam. Next, Aniruddha agachatu.
आगच्छतु
एतत् स्थलपुष्पद्मम् एतत् स्थलपद्मम् ओके एतत् किम्
एतत्
स्थलपद्मम्
स्थलपद्मम्
अगेन् पुनः वदतु एतत् स्थलपद्मम्
एतत् स्थलपद्मम्
एतत् स्थलपद्मम् उत्तमम् नेक्स्ट we will see the fruits next who is like this Ishan agachatu
Ishan is not there. Shrihan is there.
Shrihan agachatu sevam
आगच्छतु अम्मा
Shrihan vadatu etat sevam okay etat sevam okay I will ask you what is this etat kim etat sevam okay
एतत् सीवम्
sevam no sevam
एतत् सेवम्
sevam otherwise sevam you answer like this okay etat kim etat
एतत्
sevam
सेवम्
sevam means apple okay next
Ishan is there, ma'am. Ishan is there.
Ishan agachatu
अम्मा
etat anasam what is pineapple 1 minute wait etat anasam this is pineapple pineapple name is anasam okay etat anasam I will ask you etat kim you answer like this etat anasam okay etat kim anasam okay etat anasam otherwise anasam very good next one who is netra agachatu ma agachatu etat agachatu etat dadimaha okay what is this pomegranate this is pomegranate okay etat kim okay dadimaha you tell like this pomegranate you know pomegranate the fruit okay that is pomegranate name is in Sanskrit dadimaha okay now I will ask you etat kim dadimaha etat kim dadimaha very good uttamam next who is Maya Kishan agachatu Maya Kishan
आगच्छतु अम्मा
agachatu etat panasam jackfruit
पनसम् एतत् पनसम् jackfruit
this is jackfruit okay this is jackfruit
okay
I will ask you etat kim
एतत् jackfruit
no etat panasam okay
एतत् पनसम्
etat kim
एतत्
panasam very good otherwise panasam is correct also okay very good uttamam next what is it? Next who is next
Idika
one
is there. Idika
agachatu ma
now done black color not red color
There is Maya Krishnan, mute yourself. Maya Krishnan, go on mute. Yes.
Nandan agachatu Nandan
आगच्छतु अम्मा
very good etat draksha palam do you know draksha palam grapes okay this is grapes okay this is grapes okay etat kim I will ask you etat kim draksha palam you tell like
palam
very good etat kim
draksha phalam
draksha palam
draksha palam
draksha palam very good uttamam who is another one
Idika
agachatu ma
agachatu amma
very good uttam agachatu chair means asandah Asantika, no. Chair. Asantaha. What is the means for chair? Asandaha. In Sanskrit, Asandaha. Vadatu? Asandaha.
Asandaha.
Ah, chair. Chair means Asandaha. Okay? Next. Who is next? Table. Huh? Table. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Vedanti. Vedanti is.
No, Vedanti is not there. Idika is only there. We can go to
Idika. Okay. Idika, agachatu vadatu. Table. Table.
Class.
Maya Krishan, mute no. Table. Table. Utpitika. Who is telling ma? Maya Krishan vadatu. Maya Krishan vadatu. Table. Utpitika. Mic is not working. Maya Krishan?
He is not, he is unmuted.
Amma? Who is there? Vadatu ma?
Amma?
Maya Krishan vadatu. Table. Utpitika.
Utpitika. Table.
Table. Very good. Uttamam. Next. Astaranam. Who is next one? Samrita agachatu. Samrita agachatu.
Agachatu, Amma.
Astaranam. Bed.
Astaranam. Bed.
Bed. Dwaram. Door.
Dwaram. Door.
Very good. Indra Koshaha. Sofa.
Indra Koshaha.
Sofa. Very good. Grahit agachatu. Dhanyavadam. Grahit agachatu.
Agachatu.
Vatayanam. Window.
Vatanayanam. Window.
Vatayanam.
Vatanayam.
No. Vatayanam.
Vatanayam.
Yeah. Vatayanam. Yeah, yanam. Cholu. Vatayanam. Okay. Vatayanam window. Vadatu.
Vatanayam window.
Window. Okay. I will share in the group. You will study. Okay. Read this. Very good. Dhanyavadaha.
Shall we have a quick quiz? Do we have time?
Yes, ma. Oh, have time, no? Okay.
Fruits, I'll ask. Yeah, I think we have 2 minutes. Right.
Yes, ma.
Yes.
What is this, ma'am?
What is this? Anybody can tell, ma. Children, dear children, anybody can tell?
Amma, can I say Anirudh?
Vadatu, ma, vadatu.
Rose.
What is this? Rose. In Sanskrit, what is this name? Patalam.
Patala, better.
Patalam, Nisha. Okay. Next, what is this? Kamalam. Uttamam. Kamalam. Very good. Uttamam. Next, what is this?
Hibiscus.
Hibiscus. What is the name? Chitra. What is it? Chitra Pushpi. Chitra Pushpi. Okay? Vedant, Chitra Pushpi. Okay? What is this? Sunflower. Okay, sunflower in Sanskrit, what is his name? Anybody can tell. What is this? Divakaraha. Divakaraha. Very good. Yeah. Next.
Uma ma'am, next class we'll let them practice and we'll take a quiz next class.
Yes. Okay, ma. Because these are new words, no, for them. Okay. I will put in the group. They will read and tell. Thank you so much, ma. Dhanyavadaha.
Lakshmi ma'am for closing.
Dhanyavadaha.
Lakshmi ma'am for closing prayer. Wait, everybody, for the closing prayers.
Okay, so you have learned so many words in Sanskrit, flowers, fruits, and daily objects, no? You study in the group, and next time when we have a quiz, you have to answer yourself, okay? And moreover, Krishna story also you have to remember. So many questions you could not answer. So Krishna story also will be repeated in the coming sessions. Okay. Different stories of Krishnas are there. That also we can repeat, that you can learn the names of different questions Soumya ma'am asked. Okay. Let us close. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamasodma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Hari Om Amma.
Hari Om. Hari Om.